Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritta Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nittam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Vasudevo Parabedha Vasudevo Paramokha Vasudevo Parajoga Vasudevo Parakriya Vasudevo Param Ganam Vasudevo Param Tapo Vasudevo Paro Dharmo Vasudevo Paro Gati Paragati. Krishna. Like to share my screen for today's. So today we'll be discussing from Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 9 and 26 and 27. There's title of that chapter is from Dhruva Maharaj Return Home. This is the slokas. It has been told also the Dhruva Maharaj is returned home. Okay, so first I am starting. Then after that you can repeat. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maitreya uvacho iti archita sa bhagavan oti disat manaha padam balasya pasyato dhamo swam agat garuda dvaja. Maitreya uvacho iti archita sa bhagavan ati disat manaha padam balasya pasyato dhamo swam agat garuda dhvaja. Maitreya uvacha iti archita sa bhagavan oti disat manaha padam balasya pasyato dhamo swam agat garuda dhvaja. Next shloka. Sopi sankalpajam Vishnu pada seva pasaditam prappa sankalpa nirvanam nati prito abhagat puram. Sopi sankalpajam Vishnu pada seva pasaditam prappa sankalpa nirvanam nati prito abhagat puram. So api sankalpajam Vishnu pada seva pasaditam prappa sankalpa nirvanam nati prito abhagat puram. Can anyone try, please? Hang on.
Hare Krishna. Can I try?
Yes, sure, Mataji.
Maitri uvacha ityarchita sa bhagavan oti dishatmana padam balasya pasyoto dhamo swam agad garuda dhaja sopi sankalpajam vishnu padaseva pasaditam prapya sankalpa nirvanam nati pritya abhyagata puram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can anyone try, please?
Can I try?
Yes, please, Prabhu.
Maitre uvacha iti archita sa bhagavan aditisha atmana prasadam padam balasya pasyato dhama swam agata gurudattaja sa api shalkam Sa api sankalpajam Vishnu pada seva upasaditam prapya sankalpa nirvanam nati priyo apyagat puram. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone wants to try?
Yeah, I am trying.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Maitreya uvacha ittarchita bhagavan ati dishyatatmana padam balasya pasyato dhama swam aghada garuradhaja sopi sankalpajam vishnu pado sevo pasaditam prapya sankalpa nidhanam nati prito bhyagata puram. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone would like to try? Okay, thank you. So synonyms, I would like to try. Any volunteer would like to?
I'll try. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Maitreya Vacha, the great sage Maitreya continued to speak. Iti, thus, Archita, being honored and worshipped, saw the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Ati Dishya, after offering Atmana, his personal, Padam, residence, Balasya, while the boy, Pashyata, was looking on, Dhamma, or to his abode, Swayam, own, Agad, he returned, Garuda, Dhvaja, Lord Vishnu, whose flag bears the emblem of Garuda. Thank you, Manji. Should I do that?
Yes, please. Translation, you can read the next.
Okay.
We'll go here.
The great sage Maitreya said, after being worshipped and honored by the boy Dhruva Maharaj, and after offering him his abode, Lord Vishnu, on the back of Garuda, returned to his abode as Dhruva Maharaj looked on. Covered by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. From this verse, it appears that Lord Vishnu awarded Dhruva Maharaj the same abode in which he resides. His abode is described in the Bhagavad-Gita 15.6. Yat katvana nirvante tad dhama paramam ama. Thank you, Madhuri.
Thank you, Prabhu. Someone would like to read the next synonyms?
Can I, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Sure.
Saha, he, Dhruva Maharaj, api, although, Sankalpajam, the desired result, Vishnuho, of Lord Vishnu, Pada Seva, by serving the lotus feet, Upasaditam, obtained, Prapya, having achieved, Sankalpa, of his determination, Nirvanam, the satisfaction, Na, not, Ati Pritaha, very much pleased, Abhyagat, he returned, Puram, to his home. Thank you.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Someone would like to read the translation?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can I?
Sure. Yeah.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Despite having achieved the desired result of his determination by worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj was not very pleased. Thus he returned to his home. Purport also?
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service as instructed by Narad Muni, Dhruva Maharaj achieved the desired result. His desire was to get a very exalted position, excelling that of his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. And although it was a somewhat childish determination, because Dhruva Maharaj was nothing but a small child, Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is so kind and merciful that he fulfilled Dhruva's desire. Dhruva Maharaj wanted a residence more exalted than any ever occupied by anyone else in his family. Therefore, he was offered this planet in which the Lord personally resides, and his determination was completely satisfied. Still, when Dhruva Maharaj returned home, he was not very much pleased. For although in pure devotional service there is no demand from the Lord because of his childish nature, he had demanded something. Thus, although the Lord has also fulfilled his desire, he was not very pleased. Rather, he was ashamed that he has demanded something from the Lord, or he should not have done this. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. It's very nice purport and also previous. Okay. Before discussing, I would like to do the invocation. Om Agyanam Timirang Dhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Jena Tashmahe Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vande Hang Sri Gurung Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Shajivam Sadvadhaitam Shabadhutam Purijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Pitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dino Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesho Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namostute Tapto Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishobhanu Shute Devi Pranama Mi Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Bhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Adaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swaminiti Namine Snikto Cheto Suproneto Bhagminam Charasaprutam Prabhupada Gata Prananamami Bhakti Charupatam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunnavati Pastatu Desata Jai. Though that Sloka 26, the great sage Maitra said, after being worshipped and honored by the boy Dhruva Maharaj and after offering him his abode, Lord Vishnu, on the back of Garuda, returned to his abode as Dhruva Maharaj looked on. The translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai, and this is the chapter's heading titled Dhruva Maharaj returns home. So here Maitra is telling that Lord Sri Krishna is worshipped and honored by the Dhruva Maharaj, and he already offered his abode to Dhruva Maharaj, and then go back to Garuda, return to his abode. And that when he returning to his abode, Lord Krishna and Dhruva Maharaj looked on. And next one, the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Despite having achieved the desired results of his determination by worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj was not very pleased. Thus, he returned to his home. So both sloka is telling about that Dhruva Maharaj returned to his home. Okay. So just I am doing that recap, though all the senior devotees, they have expressed their realization, and from my little understanding and for my learning, I am doing recap again. That Dhruva Maharaj last chapters we read it about that due to his mature meditation, Dhruva Maharaj saw the Lord in his heart and in front of him as well. And next we saw here Lord came to see him with his carrier Garuda, and be touched by Lord's counsel, Dhruva Maharaj became enlivened and Lord empowered Dhruva. And also he found the Dhruva Maharaj prayer, the sloka 6 to 17, how he did the stuti, glorify to Lord. And Dhruva Maharaj, how he offered his prayers in glorifications of his Lord's causeless mercy. Lord is very powerful, all powerful. Lord is supreme person, and he is not impersonal. Without Krishna, we are living dead. Life without Krishna is ghost's life. And we have seen supremacy in devotional service, the power of association, the Lord's supreme position, and the Lord's benevolence fulfill his devotees' desire of his causeless mercy. And also we found that Lord is giving benediction to Dhruva Maharaj in slokas 19 to 25. And Dhruva Maharaj achieved the planet with greater than his father and grandfather and great-grandfather. And Dhruva Maharaj ruled and lived that planet for 36,000 years. And from that Prajna Prabhu, we found how he nicely depicted that, presented that Dhruva planet that is eternal, and Lord Vishnu resides with him. That Dhruvalok is the pivot of this universe, and all planets move around this pole stars like a right angle. And this Dhruva planet continue exist after the dissolutions and at the end of millennium. And this one, no one has ever ruled this planet and before this. And yesterday also, Achyuta Priya Mataji was telling that Dhruva Maharaj is the presiding deity of this Dhruva planet. All stars circumambulate the poles, keeping to their right, just as bulls tread around the central pole for the crushing grains. Also, I found from the Bhagavatam that Ganga flows down from Dhuvaloka to this material world. And also I found that it's interesting that I was looking for that Canto 5, chapter 23. It's full about that Dhuvaloka. It's nicely explained. We read in our, I think, when we are in the 6th, 7th standard, we read about the pole star and Saptarishi, everything. For my curiosity, I was looking for, so, and it's all art in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And yeah, it's really amazing. Everything is in Srimad Bhagavatam. So I will discuss today that about the Dham. Those who goes, they never came back in material world, and why Dhruva Maharaj is lamenting. In spite of his desires, achievements, Dhruvaloka, Dhruva Maharaj is not pleased. He is repenting and thinking why he desired the broken glass. He can achieve the diamond, isn't it? And he was also ashamed and thinking he should not have done this. Why he is not pleased? So I will discuss for the reasons, for my understanding, small understandings, or reasons for that dissatisfaction in material level through different levels of bhakti or different types of karma or different types of yoga. And what is the best solution to get full satisfaction? Means Srila Prabhupada has told in his purport that pure devotional service means Suddha Bhakti. So for Suddha Bhakti, for pure devotional service, how is our prayer should be to get full satisfaction, and which mode we should pray and the result, okay? So we also seen in this material world that satisfaction depends upon devotees' desires. Results we get as per our activities. In the beginning, the Dhruva Maharaj was Karma Mishra Bhakta. So that's why he was asking for the bigger kingdom than his great-grandfather, even Brahma. But when he touched by the consult with the knowledge of Lord, he enlivened and understands Krishna's sweetness, greatness, because Krishna is the all attractive, and Krishna's causeless mercy, and he does not want any material opulence. And now he's repenting. He has to stay in his kingdom for 36,000 years. And so he doesn't want to stay in this material world because he understands how Lord Krishna is so attractive. So that's why he is repenting. And also, Krishna is desire tree, and he is everyone's heart. He fulfills all desires of living entities through their free will. Just I will discuss about the little bit woodcutter story, and I heard from my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. I cannot recognize what story he was telling, but just only I remember that story. One woodcutter, he used to cut the woods to sell sell the wood to survive his life and family. One day he was very tired, and he was standing under the tree, and that was the Chintamani tree. Okay, and he's thinking, oh, if someone cut my woods, and it will be very good. And he's thinking that I am very tired, I cannot cut the wood anymore. And suddenly he found one man came, the angel, and he cut the wood for him. So he's very happy, and he also asked him to carry the woods in his home. So that angel man, he did. Then after that, next day he came, he also cut the woods. And after that, he's feeling very tired, and he's telling, oh, if I get some food to eat. So when he thinks, and it came automatically the food in front of him. And so he ate, and he feels very satisfied. That after satisfaction, and he thinks, if I do some rest. So bed also arranged, and he under the Chintamani tree. And he thinks, oh, I can take some sleep, and then I will take my woods, and at home I'll go before sunset. I'll go home. So he took a nap, and after that, when he got up, he found it's already dark. So then he's thinking how I will go, and then also he's thinking, oh, if one tiger comes, what I will do? Then suddenly tiger appear. Then you can imagine what happened. So tiger ate him. So this is the story, I remembering when I read this purport, that Krishna is desire tree. Whatever we will desire, he will fulfill. Yes, sometimes also devotee tells, that think about that, what you are desiring. So analogy is that think prior to desire. So we found that where there is no bhakti, and we are doing for our karma every day, and little bhakti, that is called the karma mishra bhakti, means we are doing for ourselves and little for Lord. Also, even varnashram system, if there is no God, so it is useless, the result is zero. Even we found in the Bhagavad-Gita that the sloka, karmanna vadhike rasti, the Lord Krishna has told. So you do your, you have a right to perform your prescribed duty. You do your work, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. But this is not the best bhakti. But that's why this results is not satisfactory. Even this type of karma, this type of yoga, it's not fully satisfaction. We will not get full satisfaction. So now I will see what is the types of bhakti. Bhakti are that karma mishra bhakti, jnana mishra bhakti, yoga mishra bhakti, and suddha bhakti. So karma mishra bhakti, they want the sense enjoyment. So long they live here in this body, they enjoy their senses to the topmost, and they make provision for the next life to be elevated in the heavenly planet to enjoy the Nandan Kanan with the demigods. So this is the desires of karmis. This is the karma kanda vichar. They think like that. That if I do something, if I do some pious activity, and if I do something, I profit and I enjoy it. And if I do some sacrifice, I become elevated to the heavenly planet and I enjoy life. This means those who are karma kandi, and this bhakti is called karma mishra bhakti. Then jnana mishra bhakti means jnanis. They say the Brahma Sattam Jagat Mitha, the world is false. There is no enjoyment, actual enjoyment to merge into the existence of Brahman. So that is also a subtle sense of enjoyment. Leave this world and enter into Brahman. Then you feel happy. So that is also sense enjoyment. Similarly, we see the yogi. They also want power, material power. That's why they do anima, loghima siddhi, osto siddhi, so many siddhis they do. So if you have some power, then they think, I can fly in the air, I can walk over the water, I can get anything and I desire. Immediately I will get it. These are yoga siddhis. But so all these things, all satisfying on senses, on sense gratification. So that's why we have seen the Karma Mishra, Gyana Mishra, and that yoga bhakti, all they would like to sense their own gratification, not for the Krishna's pleasure. Also, regarding Karma Mishra Bhakti, I found that Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 19:149, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told how will be the bhakti and bhukti mukti people. Bhukti mukti siddhi kami sakali ashanto, means bhukti mukti, those who are the karmi, those who are the gyani, those who are the siddhi, and they are all they are not peaceful. Means fruitive workers desire material enjoyment, gyanis desire liberation, and yogis desire material opulence. Therefore, they are all lusty, calm, and that's why they cannot be peaceful. And they don't have peace. So, though karmi, gyani, yogi fulfill their desire by performing various activities, they are never satisfied. Just like karmi, they work very hard to acquire $1 million. But when he gets $1 million, he desires for another $1 million. So there is no end of desire. Same Gyani, they are also desireless because their intelligence is unsound. They want to merge into the Brahman effulgence. So that means they could not attain the real Brahman. They are all all their process is false. They have to return to world to engage in politics sometimes because they cannot be satisfied there in their platform. They have to come down to the material platform to engage in philanthropic activity because in that way they fulfill their sense gratification. So yogis also, they do sometimes that magical feats and gain popularity. So they think people gather around me and I will do something. That I remember that Falgu Baba, that Prabhupada Lilamrita, how he attracted the people and how Bhakti Vinod Thakur, how Bhakti Vinod Thakur's activity about this and how he read the Srimad Bhagavatam to finish this Falgu Baba. And also that's why I see the yogis that they want more adulation because they misuse their mystic power. They also fall down again to this material platform. And so it is not possible for them to become niskam, desireless. Always they have desire something. So one Brahman story I remember, that Brahman was that Karmakanda Brahman. He was doing some yagna, and this is from Krishna Katha book. And the Krishna was playing around or going forest with his friends, and his friends were telling that they are very, very hungry, and they are asking some foods to Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna is telling that one Brahman is doing yagna, performing yagna. So you can go there and you can ask some foods. So they went to the Brahman and they asked some food, but Brahman told them, oh, my yagna is not finished, so I cannot offer you the foods. So they came back, same they thing told to Lord Krishna, that Lord Krishna, so the Brahman's yagna is not finished, so he will not provide the foods to us. Then Lord Krishna told them, advised them, just go to the Brahman's wife, Brahmani, and ask the food. So they went to the Brahmani and they asked that Lord Krishna told us to ask some food to you because we are very hungry. And the Brahmani, same time, she provides to food to them. So in this way, we found the Brahmani is that pure devotee, and that Brahman is Karmakanda Brahman, who we believe in the Karmakanda. So also we found in that Narottama Das Thakur has sung in his Prema Bhakti Chandrika. It's very nice verse, just I'm reading. Karmakanda Gyanakanda Kevala Bishero Bhando Omrito Bolia Jebe Khai Nana Joni Sada Fire Kadarja Bhakshana Kare Tar Janmo Adhapate Hoy. I am reading again, it's very nice. Karmakanda Gyanakanda Kevala Bishero Bhando Omrito Bolia Jebe Khai Nana Joni Sada Fire Kadarja Bhakshana Kare Tar Janmo Adhapate Hoy. Means a life of Karmakanda and Gyanakanda is like a poison pot, and one who takes to such a life is doomed, and one travels throughout various species of life and eats all kinds of nonsense. Means kadarja bhakshana kare, tar janma adhapate hoy, means his life is doomed and he has to come back again and again to this material world. Also, Srila Prabhupada has discussed in his purports that in the material world, that people, if he does the pious or impious activities like kubisoy or subisoy, but he compared as, it's a worm in the stool. So because they are all immaterial, so that's why like worms cannot get out of stool by their own endeavor. Similarly, those who are overly attached to material existence cannot get out of this materialism and suddenly become Krishna consciousness. And also he explains this stool is stools. It is moist and it is wet, it is dry. So this material world is like that. So also we found the like material activity means karma kanda vichya, explained by Prahlad Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, 530. Just I am reading that last line, that punas charvita charvanam. Means in the translation and the purport, those who have made up their minds to remain in this material world and enjoy sense gratification cannot become Krishna conscious. Because of their attachment to material activity, they cannot attain liberation as well. Because their sense are uncontrolled. Due to sense uncontrolled, they gradually descend to the darkest region of material existence to repeat the same process of birth and death in desirable or undesirable species of life. Punah charvita charvanam. So this is all, all these slokas in Bhagavatam and all that our past life tells us about the material life. So people cannot get peace in this material world, and they will come back in this life after death, and it will be in cycle. So also they are not satisfied and they are not peace. So what is the peace formula? What Krishna has told in Bhagavad-Gita? Do you have any idea what is the peace formula? Anyone?
Bhoktaram yajna tapasam.
Yes.
Sarva loka
Maheshwaram. Thank you, Mataji. Yes. Yes, that Lord Krishna is the Bhoktaram. So if he pleased, so we are all pleased. And our desire should be his desire. And also we found in 1865, Sarva Dharma Parityaja, Mamekam Saranam Braja, Aham Tam Sarva Papebho, Muksasyami Masujo. So this is very popular and all devotees knows. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. And he's assuring, I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So karma kanda, even they tell that if we do some sacrifice, will elevate. But we need to see what Krishna says about this elevation. will not check with the what karmakandi vichari people tells. Okay, Krishna has told about the elevation, how people go about their desire in Bhagavad-Gita 7.23. Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedhasham devan devo jajo yanti mad bhakta yanti mam api. Means those who are they are intelligent, they worship the demigods. That's why they go to the demigod planets, and that is all temporary and that are limited. But my devotees, mad bhakta yanti mam api. My devotees ultimate reach my supreme planet. So now we found how is Karma Mishra, Jnana Mishra, Yoga Mishra. They are all unsatisfied and they are not peaceful. So now we will see what is pure devotional service, Suddha Bhakti, what Srila Prabhupada has tells in that purport. Means Suddha Bhakti is spontaneous love to Krishna, spontaneous service to Krishna, not force, just like a father loves his son spontaneously. A young man likes to love a young girl spontaneously. So many times that Prabhupada has told about that, without any obligation, without any force. That is required, and that is we call rag marg. Means that is bhakti. It should be spontaneously. So that also if we found that how it will be spontaneously. That Krishna has told in 14:26 Bhagavad-Gita. It should be above karma kanda and jnana kanda. Mam cha abhavichareno bhakti jayaganas yasaivati shagunam samuttitvayetan brahma bhuya kalpati. Means no karma, no jnana kanda. Therefore, in the Shastra it is said, yes, so you have to elevate yourself. You have means when you transcends your modes of material nature, and you come to the level of Brahman. So one who engages in full devotional service, they can transcend samattitvaitan. So no karma kando, no gyan kando. So we see what Shastra says. Shastra says that in this Kali Yuga, kalo nastebho 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 gotirannatha. In this age of Kali, there is no other means, no other means, no other means. Nastebo, nastebo, nastebo. So what is the process? Process is Harere Nama, Harere Namyango, Harere Namaivo Kevalam, Kalo nastebo, nastebo, nastebo gotirannatha. In this age of Kali, there is no other means, no other means, no other means for self-realization. Then chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name of Lord Hari. Also, we found that how to do this is that bhakti that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised, and then how to do pure bhakti, and we know what is the process, then how to do, and we found in that who is our guru, that we are the Rupanugo, that Rupa Goswami. In his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, and also Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya-lila. It's a famous verse as well, all you know, 19:167. Anna abhilasata sunnam jnana karmadi anavritam onu kulleno krishnanu silanam bhakti ruttama. Means first class devotional service develops one must be devoid of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and fruitive action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. Means we should not any motive, only our motive will be the Krishna's pleasures. Whatever Krishna desires, we will do as per Krishna's desires, and we will act Krishna favorably. Also in Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya, that Prahlad Maharaj also prayed for that to Narasimha Dev, to Narasimha Bhagavan. My dear Lord, I am reading from that. I repeatedly pray unto your lotus feet that I may simply by stronger in devotional service. I simply pray that my Krishna consciousness may be more strong and steady, because happiness derived out of Krishna consciousness and devotional service is so powerful that with it one can have all the other perfection of religious, economic development, sense gratification, even the attainment of liberation and material existence. Means all are in default. Just I remember the Pushak Madhaprabhu was telling, if we go to the reservoir of sweet water, means who is Krishna. Krishna is the great reservoir. So why we think about that small pond, small lake, small canal? So yeah, that if we do bhakti, all are in default, means our religiousness, economic development, everything will be purified and we'll get everything. So Suddha Bhakta means a pure devotee does not aspire after any of these perfections, because the happiness derived from devotional service in Krishna consciousness is so transcendental and so unlimited that no other happiness can compare to it. It is said that even one drop of happiness in Krishna consciousness stands beyond comparison with an ocean of happiness derived from any other activity. So if it is we develop little quantity, this Krishna consciousness developed, so our devotional service easily can kick out of all other kinds of happiness. It's so nice. Also, Narada Panchatattva, it has been told, that who has developed even a small amount of devotional service does not care a fig for any kind of happiness derived from religiousness, economic development, and sense gratification for the 5 kinds of liberations. It's so nice, means this is really, means we are, means all purport, all leelas, all pastimes telling about what? Devotional service, how to do. Also, we found, that it's in the example when that personal attendants of maid servants of a queen follow, means queen is going, the maid servants are following to her. So they will get same respects. They will get same respects as per the queen. So same like if we worship the Lord with pure devotional service, we get all these things automatically. We no need to think about that. We no need to think separately. I remember that pure devotee Kalavacha Sridhara. So you heard about that surely. So he's such a poor man, and he was doing a small business selling cups made from the leaves of banana plantain tree, means banana plant. And still we remember when we go to that Mayapur, and the cost of the ferry, like still is 75 paisa, means it's so insignificant. And that time, and he used to sell that cups, the bowls for these leaves of banana. And how his income is so low. But for this, from this income, he used to spend 50% for that Ganga service, and 50% somehow he was living. And one day, Lord Chaitanya once revealed himself to this confidential devotee Kalavacha Sridhara and offered him that an opulence he liked. But what did Sridhara told? No, he doesn't want anything, any material opulence. And he's quite happy in his present position. And he wanted only gain to unflinching faith and devotion unto the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. So we have to see this example. We have to learn from this example. So this is also found, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left his house for greater taste, and also Gautam Buddha and Raghunath Das Pandit, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, how they left their home. They were in so much opulence. They left because they are not getting satisfaction. Like Dhruva Maharaj, he got everything what he desired, but he is not satisfied. He is not pleased. So this means if we go for the higher taste, we will get the lower taste automatically. So our thinking will be the Krishnendya Priti Vancha Dhari Premo Namu, means we would like to satisfy to Krishna. Then our sense will be purified. Like we have to also take the example of Arjuna. in Bhagavad-Gita. So at first he was also Karma Mishra Bhakta because he thinking about his family, own kinsman. He does not want to do fight, but when Lord Krishna convinced him through Bhagavad-Gita, and then he was telling that my illusion is over. Whatever you will tell, I will do it. Nashta mohasmriti labdha tat prasadam mayachito sthitoshmi gato sandeha parishe vachanam tava. So he means accept whatever he told, and he does anukulleno, means whatever Krishna told, he has done. And that's why he became bhakto si priyo si me, means Krishna certified, you are my pure devotees. So because he has done as per Krishna. So now that ultimate benefit was what? Ultimate benefit, what Krishna says in the Bhagavad-Gita 8:15. Mam upetta kanteya dukhalaya ashashyatam napnu banti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gata. So after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection. Even that Lord Krishna has told to Uddhava, if you come after 36,000 years, you never come back in this material world. So because he is doing austerity for Lord Krishna, and he will go back to Lord Dham, Golak Dham and Vaikuntha Dham. So also Chaitanya Charitamrita we found Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hoy Shraddha Sabe Vishwasa Sudhira Nishchay. I mean, if we do Krishna Bhakti, so our Sarva Karma all will be success. So we have to do Krishna Bhakti. So now, so we found we have to do Suddha Bhakti and we have to do the pure devotional service. Now how to do? How to do? So what prayer we must do? So our prayer must be like that. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kobitang ba jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishchare, bhavatad bhakti rahitu kitui. Means, oh Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Ohituki bhakti we need. So our prayer should be like that. Also, we found that Vrittasu prayer. Nanako prishtham nacha paramishtham na sarva bhaumam na rasadhipattam na jogo siddhir apunar bhavam bha samanjasyatam virahe kansi. Oh my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy in Dhruvaloka, the heavenly planets or the planet where Lord Brahma resides, nor do I want to be the supreme ruler of all the earthly planets or the lower planetary systems. I do not desire to be the master of powers of mystic yoga, nor do I want liberation if I have to give up your lotus feet. Means all prayers, that's why that Dhruva Maharaj is not feeling satisfaction because he doesn't want to give up the lotus feet of Lord Krishna because he is so sweet, he is so attractive. So also we found, that Vrittasu prayer 26-27 means he is, Vrittasu is telling here, means let my mind, my consciousness and everything I have attached only to you, Lord, fulfill all desires. So our desires will be the Lord's desires. And also we found in that Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Dharma Projita Kaita Bhavatra, means completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. We have to reject all these things. So our prayer should be like that. And what's our mood? What our mood will be for this prayer? That also we know. The Sikshaktakam last prayer. Ashilasya ba padaratam pinashtumam adarsanan marma hatam karatuba jatha tatha va vidhatu lampato mat prana nathasto tusha eva narparaha. So Krishna, whatever you want, whatever you do, whatever you want to me to do, you do. It is unconditionally. So the translation is like that. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. So our mood should be like that. So I discuss about that. How is the means bhakti? How should be means karma kanda bhakti, and how should be our devotion shuddha bhakti, and how should be our mood, the process of bhakti, and then what's the result. So what should be the result our bhakti shuddha bhakti with the mood? The result is yad gatta nani vartante tad dhamo paramam, that Lord Krishna assures to Dhribo and assures us as well. This is the process. One should go to such a place that he will not have to come back again to this temporary world. That is the prema, that is the Krishna consciousness. So this is that highest planet. Also, we found that Bhagavad-Gita 8:16. So from the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. This is Bhagavad-Gita 8:16. So this is my understanding, and for this discussion, that's I am ending. And today is very auspicious day, 14th of June, before my concluding. And today is Jagannath Snan Jatra, that I pray to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatumi. May that Jagannath Swami be my vision wherever my eyes go. Also today is 40th Sannyas anniversary of our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. In this regard, I would like to show one small video of him about that happiness. Okay, I am sharing. Be with me. See, this I conclude my discussion today. Any reflection and any comments, please share your realization. And also today is my mother's death anniversary. She passed away on this auspicious day before 4 years ago. So also I remembering her today. So yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Pranam,
Prabhu.
pranam.
Thank you.
Today very nicely you have encircled the whole circle is very nicely represented. Everything is clearly sorted out, and I find it very, very interesting how this Karma Mishra Bhakti, then you go up to Jnana Mishra, then Yoga Mishra, and then you come to do your devotional service. Yeah, you have stepped up very nicely, and it is very, very understandable with the good examples that reminds us how we should feel about it. And this is how Dhruva Maharaj was feeling anxious about his devotional service. He was not satisfied because he unnecessarily asked for something which is not at all beneficial to his devotional service. He got the diamond, but he was lamenting for the broken glasses. Very nice example you have. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, this example from Prajna Prabhu.
It's very nice
Yes,
example.
yeah, all devotees
That was
examples.
why we are looking for a simple satisfaction, whether we got a great satisfaction
Yes, thank you.
following this pure devotional service.
Yes,
Thank you, Mataji.
Prabhu.
Hare.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Dhanapram.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Thank you very much for a very elaborate class. A lot of research you've done, a lot of quotation. Thank you.
Prabhu.
Yeah, one of the
Also-
things I really like about the purport is that Prabhupada is saying because of the childish nature of Dhruva Maharaj, he was only 5 years old, he had demanded something from the Lord. And after attaining the Lord, he felt very sorry for his demand. Because, as you mentioned, it's karma bhakti. So he regretted. And he can see from the purport that Dhruva Maharaj is returning home very sad. And so, but the Lord is so kind because Dhruva Maharaj was only 5 years old. The Lord accepted his determination and purified him. So he could understand that asking for small benefits is not very much useful. So although he ruled for 36,000 years,
Yes.
he attained greater planet than his great-grandfather, Lord Brahma. So his demands were met, but ultimately he was purified. He realized that what he was demanding was not very suitable for bhakti. So
Yes.
very nice explained by these
Thank
three
you.
different modes of bhakti. Thank you, Anandini.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Anybody else want to have a comment or realization, reflection? We still got a few minutes. Doesn't seem to be Mataji. Thank you, Maharaj. Grace Sitanand Mataji ki jai. Srila
Jai
Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Go
Jai.
Bhaktin, go Pandivi,
Jai.
Vanchakar Padruvyasya.
Padruvastu kripa sindhu eva cha pati